Welcome back, and if it's your first time, welcome to Project Express and Cannabis Reviews. I'm Spicy Pickle Panda, and in this episode we're headed to the left coast for some of their sour diesel. We scooped this up at our new favorite local spot, Hazy Days, located in Waverly, New York. We'll put all their contact information on the screen. But enough with the previews, on to the feature. Let's take a look at these buds and give them a toke. And we are officially back. Let's get a good look at this packaging from Left Coast. Got all the fun information on here, letting you know it's legal and legit. If you want the lab results, you can check that out. Of course, everything available for your viewing eyes. You can reach them on the internet at www.leftcoast.club. We'll put that at the bottom for everybody. Their Instagram, at Left Coast. And I'm sure you can get all the information you need on them from those spots. But, oh yeah, and of course, get a little preview of the buds. Got the store code on there. As before mentioned, we got this at Hazy Days. But I can't wait to get it open and see if it's gonna blow me away or not. It's sour diesel. I've been on the hunt for quite some time for some of that true sour. Some of the brands that we've dabbled in have their version of sour diesel, but nothing's hitting me like it did from back in the day. So let's get this open, get a whiff, get a look, and get a pull. Opening this, I'm not sure if it's like a Tylenol bottle or something that you I don't know, turn, but I just peel it off. And as you can see, we have a seal. Oh, we love the seals here on Cannabis Reviews and Project Express. And then we're just gonna pull that back. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look at those. Those are pretty. Let's get a whiff. Smells pretty sour. Won't know till we taste it. Wow, I just can't get over those colors. I hope it's really showing up on the camera. I'm going to take some still photos, especially of that big bad bud right there. Let's get a closer look. We'll get some video shots, and then we'll get some stills so we can really show them off. Because I mean, I guess it's encrusted in diamonds, and it's got keef all over it. I don't know. They were spitting a lot of information at me, and it was early in the morning, but I just kind of was drawn to the sour diesel like I usually am. Gotta check it out. The old school strains are usually the best ones, and I want to taste these newer versions, quote unquote, that people are putting out versus the ones that I had from back in the day. Got our Rick and Morty tray. We're going to fill that up, and we'll be right back. And ka-cha! They are pretty, to say the very least, and I mean they are pretty. Very, very bright green color. Nice sour, pungent little smell coming off of it. I'm really waiting on that flavor taste, but let's get a closer look at one of these. We'll go with the big one, I guess. Here's a little closer look. The focus kind of does what it wants to. Oh, there we go. That's a pretty good look at some of them. Like I said, here in a second, I'm going to take some still shots with the camera, and they usually show up a lot better, and we'll do a little slideshow before we get into the taste test. Numbers. Look and smell very good. It doesn't smell like the catfish strain, and I don't remember sour diesel being that sour, but I remember it being like around those lines. I've never had anything more sour than catfish. That strain, whew, like, that's otherworldly. But let's take some shots, and then we'll get a taste test in. Just broke some up for the taste test, and I wanted to jump back and mention that these buds are very dense, dry, but moist and heavily dusted, and I'm assuming keef or the alike. Like I said, I don't remember what they said, but I think I'm going to be pleasantly surprised with my purchase. Smells good, more than likely gonna taste good, but we'll be right back. We have returned. We have a bowl loaded up and ready to go. We use in my daily driver, which is this apparatus here. It's a little dirty, some hard water stains, but you know, it is what it is. I feel like it's going to give me a proper taste test. So we're going to do that off camera, of course, because of, you know, the algorithm and YouTube being the way YouTube is. And if you're a small YouTuber, they're going to give you heat. So we're going to do that off camera for the time being. Maybe we'll risk it some other day, but not today. Hope everybody's having a good day, getting through what they got to get through. All right, sour diesel. Cheers. Obligatory cough. It's definitely sour. It definitely has those elements, but it's not making me gag. And I don't want to say that's necessarily what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for the sour of the sourest. On the sour scale, yeah, we're doing that now. Why not? On the sour scale, I would say it would be a 7 out of 10. I think would be a fair assessment. I feel like it's definitely present. The taste is there. Not quite sure about how the potency yet. I'm sure I'll be turning on in a second. We'll definitely be taking another pull. But yeah, smooth, very smooth. I have been going to hazy days for some time now. When I came back from my break, we'll be discussing that in another video upcoming. But I wanted to just get things rolling and get back in the habit of making the videos. So I decided to just jump in and do a quick review instead of a recap of where I've been for the past like 5-6 months. Don't worry, I am going to get to that. I'm on the fence about it. Like I'm going to do it. I don't want to, kinda, but I do at the same time because it's personal. But it's heavily related to the topic of the channel and the things that we do here, so it's something that has to be discussed. But when I start going to hazy days again, I just started going back to flour versus the carts, and we'll do a little quick rundown of the flour that I've been getting out of there. Starting with the first one I grabbed was Nightcap. If you've been following me on the Instagram, you'll know that I've been back on there more recently than on here. And here comes the train, if you can hear that. They're leaving without me. But yeah, the Nightcap, getting back to that, very good. Very good. Holds up to the namesake. It is definitely going to put you to sleep. It's an indica. It is not indica dominant. It is a straight up indica, which I'm finding kind of hard to find here and there these days. But you can find it here and there like I did here, but a little holographic. But the Nightcap's good. Nightcap's strong. Make sure you jump into Hazy Days. I think this is their house brand. I'm pretty sure this is their house brand. It's also, if you're a thrifty shopper like myself, because everything on the channel I pay for so far. I mean, the only thing that I've gotten as a gift, I guess I should say, was the Elegant Cannabis box with the vapes and the gummies and all that stuff. But besides that, this all comes out of my pocket. Moving on, we got the GMO after that. It's pretty good. It was a indica dominant hybrid, so you know it's got that sativa in there, so it's gonna, you know, not slow you down the way I like it to, or at least how it affects me. But the GMO was good. High heat, I'm not sure. I feel like this was something that they their stuff. It could be. I'm not 100% on that. And then going on again, we got some of the Purple Punch. Out of the three, this was the one that I really didn't care for it. I mean, it worked. It got me high. It wasn't like it didn't get me stoned. But I was fighting a cold, and I feel like it was making my throat a little itchy. So I don't really want to blame this. But out of the three, this was the least potent. Brutal honesty. And then one of the bud tenders, I'm not sure what one, but he turned me on to this other company, Leal, and I got some of their lemon venom. This was really good, very citrusy, and I love citrus. Good buzz. Definitely picking that up again. The lemon venom, putting that on the list for sure. And then there was, I've gotten a couple few bags, but this is the last one before the one that we're reviewing right now, which is the Stank Breath. I think his name was Paul, maybe. I hate that. I should look. I got the receipt laying around here somewhere, and it's New York, and it's all legal and everything, so like all the information's on there. But regardless, he turned me on to this because I had mentioned that I like the price range of the other. And this was supposed to be like the strongest stuff that they were putting out. So, and it was definitely good. But all these ones were in the thrifty, if you will, price range. As in, it was around like $30. And of course, New York tax, you know, kind of hurts. But yeah, for the actual product, it was like $30. So you know, it's, some sayings are true and they hold true. I'm rambling, so apparently I'm feeling that a little bit. You get what you pay for, and you know, not saying that it was bad. It was all good, stoned. It had the darker color. It wasn't as smooth. What I'm really getting at is this, which was knocking stuff over. This. Oh, we're just making a big old mess now, and knocking buds everywhere. But yeah, I'm definitely starting to feel it a little bit. Oh, just off that one. But this was quite a bit more. It was, I mean, I know, you know, like I just said, you get what you pay for. I'm kind of like rambling. Anyway, getting to the point, we have to edit some of this out. And cut, action. Now this right here was, it wasn't twice as much, but it was more. It was like, 50 something, I think, before tax. Yeah, it was 50 something before tax. So I mean, that dreaded $50 eighth, and then there is some, you know, stuff that goes for even more than that. But what I'm getting at is these are way brighter colored, greener, crystallier. They are gnarly. These are good. Nice bright color. They're dense, but they feel almost light and fluffy at the same time. Wow, I think I'm stoned. First one of the day, so should have expected to feel it. Let's see, we got some stats on here. Maybe you guys want to see it too, huh? Sour diesel 3.5, total THC 26.4, total cannabinoids 31%. I like it. It's good. Definitely more potent. I'll probably smoke a little more, but right now, shit, I'm good to go. We can just put that to the side. Definitely recommend that. Yeah, buddy, that crept right up on me. I think that's gonna do it for this one. Videos coming up. As soon as this is done, I'll probably be jumping in there again. I know I am. That's like my spot from now on. They got a very wide range of products. They're always getting new stuff. So I don't feel like I'm going to need to make any more long distance travels. Not saying that I'm not going to hit up some other spots here in the near future, but you're going to see a lot coming out of Hazy Days just because the prices are good, the people are nice, and it's relatively close. It's not a long commute, if you will, for me. Make sure you stop in there and see them. Tell them the Panda sent you. I'm going to get some little like flyers made up with some QR codes and drop them off there. Hopefully, the next time I'm in there. So there'll probably hopefully be a stack of them in there. Feel free to grab one. You won't need one because you'll already know about me, but still. So we're pushing it again. We're back on track. We're going to try to get the channel back to where we had it after, you know, how things went down. But I am gonna, like I said, I'm just rambling again, but I did say I was, and I am going to make the video. Probably, I have a new job, so like workies, but I'm going to, next day off, which will probably be a week from now, I'm going to, or next set of days off, I'm going to shoot the video where it's going to explain where I was for the past 5 months, and where the channel's headed, and what to expect. Appreciate everybody. Especially Kuba. I don't know if I never pronounce it, but he jumped in the comments and he was like, I hope you're okay, like, where are you? And I was like, you know what, it's time. So shout outs to my man, or female, or whatever he identifies as. I don't know him personally, but shout outs to my man for lighting a fire under me and getting me going and getting it going back again, because I was not gonna do it, but we've 180'd that. All right, later. Took another rip, and I wanted to jump back in. And in closing, this is definitely worth your money, even though it's a little more pricey than, maybe you're used to, or you might not be used to. You might, this might be the kind of money you spend on it. For us people that work for a living, though, it's it's a bigger deal to be spending that kind of money. Because I remember the first time that I heard about the $50 eighth, and I had to pick my jaw up off the floor. $50 for an eighth. $50, and they're like, look how green it is. And like, I don't give a shit how green it is. How much? And then you get some of it and you try it and you're like, wow, this is substantially better. Not that I agree with that huge price jump, because when I got in the game, it was $20 for an eighth, and most of the time it was Mexi brick and it had seeds in it. But like, it was $20, and then 25, and then you hear 30, and it's just like, okay, it's getting out of hand. And then they jump $20 up to this 50. Oh, it's hydro, man. It's hydro. But yeah, in closing, I think I said this is good weed. Tastes good. Tastes sour. Not too much. Subtle. But it's there. It's definitely present. Buzz is definitely good. Like I said, I took that one little banger off of it. And I mean, even though it was the first of the day, it still gave me a little smack. And then the second has definitely topped me off. But like I said, you get what you pay for. And if you want the goods, quality cost, quality cost in general, period. Are you worth it? You deserve it? You're going to do it for yourself? That's how I look at it. Because she was showing me, I can't think of her name either, but the other bud tender was showing me like the three new, I want to say, companies that they had in. And like, they were kind of close in price range. They were up on that higher level. But I'm looking at them and it's just like, ooh, sour diesel. I want that. It's like, if you had it before, yeah, but I want this one. Like, gotta collect them all. Like, I want to try this kind of sour diesel. There was some other ones I hadn't tried before, and they looked just as good as this, but for some reason I was drawn to it, and that's, treat yourself. And that about does it for this episode of Cannabis Reviews. If you like what you saw, hit like. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more. Really appreciate everybody watching everything that we put out here. But until next time, peace out.